Hi everyone, now let us start about operators in Python. So in this video, we will cover up membership operators, comparison operators and identity operators. In the next video, we will cover up about logical operators. So now let us start with this. So we have IN and not IN membership operators in Python. So what they do? So whenever we apply a IN operator to any container kind of a object. So what are the container kind of a object we have in Python? So we have list, we have tuple, we have dictionary, we have sets. So if you will apply this IN operator to all of these built-in objects, so if there is an item available in that object, so it will always return a true boolean value. So if you look at right now, we have this list, and in this list we have a error list. If I want to say, do we have this list inside in this li list? Let's run this with this. So as we have write down this in operator, sorry. So we got a true boolean value. So let's say not in. Just opposite of that. If the item is not there, then only it will return to true. So as this list is already there, so that's the reason it returned a false. Now let's say, because even a string is kind of a sequence container type of a data object. So in this string, let's took this word no. So no is not there. So if you apply not in on this string, so it will return a 2, right? Because no is not there. So now let's see yes, because yes, it is there. So let's run this. So we got a false because it's not in, right? So let's say in on in, yes, because yes is there in the string. So that's the reason we got a true. So now look at, we have, let's say, a dictionary, and this in this dictionary, only thing is that it will only check the keys. So if there is a key in a dictionary, then only it will return a true. So as this a key is there in the dictionary, so if we'll apply in operator in this expression, so it will return a true, right? So that's pretty much easy to understand. So with this kind of a operators like in not in operator, we can easily create this kind of a store inventory program. So let's assume we have a store and all these items are there in a store, and I want to check to have a any specific item in my store, so I can easily apply this item. So right now, do we have a guava in our store inventory? As it is no, it is not, so we got a false return. So let's say, do we have a apple in our store inventory? We are true. So that's what these in on and not in operators does, and these are the membership operators. Now let's move towards the comparison operator. So we have all these comparison operators. These are the equality operator, these are the not equality operator, the greater than, less than, and greater than, equal to, less than, equal to. It's like pretty easy to understand. So let's understand this operator, which might be a bit confusing to you. So if two items are not equal, then if you apply this operator, then it will return a true, as this 5 and 4 are not equal and it is the not equal, that means in the magnitude, right? Now let's say, is 5 not equal to 5? No, it is false, because 5 is equal to false. And what will happen if we'll apply this equality operator? Now we have this equality operator, and it will return true if two items are equal. So as 5 is equal to 5, so we got a true in return. Same way, this greater than operator will return true if one item is greater than another item. So if over here, if I apply a greater than operator, so it will return false, because 5 is not greater than 5. If you apply greater than or equal to, so it will return true. So I hope by now it's pretty easy to understand these comparison operators, so I'm not going to go into much more in depth on that. So now let's move towards these identity operator. So in the beginning, I would not recommend you to utilize these identity operator, because these operators, to apply these operator, you must have at least a basic understanding of the memory management in Python. Why? Because in the beginning it might looks that these identity operator and this equality and not equality operator is the same, but whereas they are the two different things. So let's see that how we might got confused in that. So when I'm applying this is one equality operator to one, so what are we returning? I'm returning false, right? Whereas if I'm saying one is one, so what I'm getting? Yeah, it is raising an alarm, this Jupyter notebook, because it is realizing we are making a kind of mistake, but still it is returning a true, right? So if we'll say is not, same way it's false. So, and you could can do one thing like to avoid these things. So let's apply a is equal to 1 and let's say b is equal to 1. Let's say a is b. So we are getting true over here, right? So let's do one over here also. So let's apply b is equal to 1. So let's say a equality operator b. We are getting true, right? But let's see what happens when let's change these digits to a bit higher number. So let's look at 365 to 365. And now let's check a is b. We are getting false. Whereas when we'll check with the equality operator, what are we gonna get back? Get back true. Because why it is happening? Why when we check with the small number we got a true, whereas when I'm checking with a bit bigger size of number we are getting false? Because what these identity operator check whether they are the same object in the memory. If two objects are the same object, then only they will return true. And when we check with the small numbers, because generally small numbers are cached in the Python memory, so Python reuses those numbers. So when we use a one, or we wrote like when we assigned one to this a and one to this b, so that means we were reusing the same number again and again. So that's the reason when we checked a is b, we got a true. So so that's the reason I'm not going to detail with these operators, but make sure you have a better understanding in that these two operators are not the same thing. So always apply when you need to check the equality of the two things, this equality and this one, not equality operator, these two things. Don't use is and is not. And moreover, if you want to check any memory address of these items, so if you want to see the memory address of right now, this a is this one and b is this one. And what will happen, so let me finish over here because I don't want to go much more in details of memory management. That part will cover up in our more advanced tutorials. If you want to be learn all those things, then please subscribe the channel and focus on, because soon I'm gonna release my website also, so please focus and watch these videos, so you will have a more better understanding and clarity on these things. So thanks guys, bye bye.